Hello Aquarius, and welcome to the month of February, and also happy birthday to all of you Aquarius, the ones that had it before and until the 21st. Beautiful happy birthday to all of you. Now, I've meditated on your energy, and I'm gonna do a little after the reading. I'm gonna do a little bonus reading. I've pulled some Lenormand card just for this little love hint, since February is the month of love. So I meditated on your energy and pulled the first layer of cards like I usually do. And what Spirit wants to talk about, that the energies you're gonna face and live in the month of February. The first card is the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is the returns on the moves and the decisions we've made in the past, but also what we expect, what we look forward to come towards us. After that, I have the Ace of Swords. So there's a clarity coming, this kind of finding the truth that liberates us, that brings us victory, kind of thing. And victory on what? Here I would say on your emotions. Just had the new moon yesterday of Aquarius there, and I think it's gonna bring you a clarity on your past heartaches when it comes to attaining a Nine of Cups, emotional fulfillment by oneself. Here our emotions are all processed here on the shelf, where we feel content, in peace within ourselves, connected. Our cups are full, and they are full not because somebody else is filling them, but it's us with the divine. And this is one of the things that Aquarius, the messenger of the gods, can do. So I think this new moon is showing you kind of it's going to be healing this month, and it's going to give you that clarity to build up that own connection where you will be emotionally self-sufficient. Under the Three of Wands, we have the Ace of Wands. Brand new passion, brand new way, motor of our actions. This is the spark from the divine, a flame, a fire. But this, receiving this from the moves and the decisions you've made in the past. So if you've worked on yourself, if you've made moves, whether it is in career, in life itself, in your own growth, there the universe is giving you this brand new fire, but that will push you to finish a cycle 10 of Wands. So this is all that you've been carrying. It could be like a project that you were trying to bring to term, or just the way that you've been doing and walking in life, carrying all of those things on your shoulders, responsibilities or past pains and hurts also, when we actions of the past that we carry with us, that we can repass in our mind, but they are like, baggage. There is a lot of baggage in the Ten of Wands, and it brings us heavy. So the fire becomes heavy instead of uplifting us. So here, forcing you under the clarity to finish that cycle. And here, since you have that kind of the two extremes here, Three of Swords and Nine of Cups, Three of Swords was probably in your baggage here. And here I have the Seven of Pentacle and the Five of Pentacle. So when I was saying baggage that is heavy, this is when we assess what we've planted, what we've sowed, and what would be coming towards us. And here, Five of Pentacle It's that feeling of lack, of not having received. Not, it's like if I've put in energy, I've made decisions, I've worked, and what I got out of it was nothing. I'm abandoned. I don't have enough, or I don't receive from the universe or from the people around you. And that is what brought me so much disappointment. But that is part of your old baggage that you have to finish. And you're going to get that clarity during the month. And it's part of these, what we expect from life. If we carry this energy, that's what we expect, and that makes it very hard to advance and carry on. Here, under what we expect, and that new flame of passion that the universe wants to give you, that new motor behind your actions. We have 3 cards fell. I have the Hangman, so of course, right, this is the major arcana. It's the divine asking you to take a pause and look at something from another angle, to try and get the enlightenment behind it. There's a reason for everything, in a kind of, not in a punishing way, or it's more mathematic than that. A belief influences decisions that brings outcomes. The way our perception of reality is influenced by our emotional state and of our past, and or our past wounds or our past success is influencing our perception of reality. And on this we base our decisions and things like that. So everything is pretty much mathematic. What the Hangman here is asking is for you to have a better picture of what is going on. You have to get outside of yourself and look at, maybe the times you got screwed, the times you let people take your power, the times you've lost things that you've cared for and you did not understand, the sorrow you lived, where you wrapped yourself in the cloak of sorrowness, of this is my reality and this is what I lose. I've heard so much in the past, and people have taken so much from me, where I was left with nothing to fight with. The divine wants you to look at that from another angle, so that you can gain 6 of Pentacles. So you can get out of that 5 of Pentacles, because when we live that, at one point we figure that yes, others are in the temple here, warm and beautiful and having fun and eating, but not us. We can end up taking this as a truth for us. And so here they want you to look at that from a different angle, so you can gain, see, it's under the clarity, so you can gain and leave that behind, so you can gain the 6 of Pentacles. Now there's the balancing of the pentacle, where we receive as much as we give. And when we give only from a fulfilled place, we're not out there sacrificing to get absolutely nothing, because we've been emotionally manipulated to give it. This is emotional manipulation a lot, and so we are giving and we are receiving, not from people that, okay, here, take this out of sacrifice, and then we feel cheap from receiving something, or we feel we'll have to owe it back if they give us something. No, this is receiving from a fulfilled place, from somebody that is happy to give us, and the happiness of giving is just what they need. That's all. The happiness of giving and seeing you happy in the receiving. That's it. So 6 of Pentacles, that's a very different way of interacting with people. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. brand new beginning, that we are planting something. So bottom of the deck, I have the Two of Pentacles, and here, Aquarius, there you are. So that Two of Pentacles, it's those two ways of seeing reality. The way I've always had it, but now they want me to look at it from a different way so I can drop that baggage, because frankly it did not give me anything. And so that I understand now the new way where it's going to be balanced, and I can plant this new pentacle to build something with. So this is Jupiter in Capricorn. And we have to understand that with the Saturn having been in Capricorn, and I don't even know if it's still there, but anyway, it makes us see where we lose power, where we are not in our highest vibration. It's gonna show it to us, and this is where it is for you. So this month there's a shift happening through understanding. So let's clarify this for you, Aquarius. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. I call upon my guides. I call upon the Spirit of Aquarius. Help me clarify this for you. For all the Aquariuses that are going to look at this video, so that they can go on their better path. Spirit, Spirit. And the light, come from the divine. Okay. Okay. The Three of Wands, Spirit. Clarify the Three of Wands. For Aquarius. Three of Wands. Two of Wands. So yes, this is what is coming towards you out of a decision. But the Two of Wands is also, we call him the Lord of the Domain. And that is because the way, see, you have one wand stuck to the baluster here. And he's got this new one in his hand. This new one here of the other Ace of Wands. And so he has the choice to do things like he's always done, and he has mastered this way of doing things, this kind of propulsion, this kind of movement. He has mastered it, Lord of his domain. So now it's time to move to a new one that will be outside of his comfort zone. And there it is. Ace of Swords. What is that clarity for Aquarius? What is that clarity? Ace of Swords. That is when the divine brings us this aha moment. Oh, clarity on the moon. Clarity, understanding on what runs deeply within us. Those unconscious emotions. On which one do we listen to? On our animalistic side, which is the wolf, that makes us react to things we don't completely have a grasp on, because our intuition is not, you know, one is our fears and all of that, and the other one is our true intuition. It's the tamed animalistic side that is not reacting, but that is mastering itself. And so here you kind of get clarity on your unconscious patterns that have been formed by your deep waters, your deep unconscious, unconscious beliefs from the actions and the things that you've lived in the past, your wounds and your hurts. So it's kind of getting the clarity on that, you know. You might have at one point during the month, like you wake up one morning and you hear yourself say something. I never get anything. Oh, whoa, 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 where does that come from? You've just heard your brain say that. And there's that clarity. Oh my God, I see that. And I see from which baggage it comes from. Now I see that this belief brought me so much disappointment in life. A sword being understanding, it is also able to cut out because it is a sword. So it's going to be kind of a process like that. And that new understanding brings you that new way to see, feel life. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, Spirit, show me the Nine of Cups and the Three of Swords. Nine of Cups, Three of Swords. Well, we can see that this is your Three of Swords. That's for sure. And the Nine of Cups, here I think the King of Swords. The one that masters that new understanding of your unconscious patterns, unconscious beliefs. There, him that is going to be able to cut that energy, because this is a vibration. This is we choose where we vibrate. Sometimes if we think that events are stronger than us and we are just living them, or it all is in the way that we deal with something that makes it a heavy baggage or an experience that makes us stronger. It's all in the way we perceive it and what we do with it. And that is the area of the King of Swords. How he takes it and what he does with it. How he perceives it. Sword. Okay, Ace of Wands. And that is you also, Aquarius. Ace of Wands. That is that new fire, new way of bringing... okay. Yes. They want you to look at it from a different angle. Here we have our Hangman again. Now, this, I've been doing things always the same way. This was the motor behind my actions, behind my fire. I've been giving a new way. It is there. Look at it from a different perspective so you can grab it and use it. So, and here I have the the Eight of Pentacles. And that is like seeing results after that we've put, after the Seven where nothing was happening. This would actually bring you results. I'm going to put it back there. I want to look at the Ten of Wands. Queen of Cups. Yes, because we are talking about waters. Emotional baggage. This is emotional baggage. And you are getting the clarity on the emotional baggage you've been carrying, which actually defined the size of your cup, your capacity to receive, and to whom you would give your love, based on your emotional baggage. Five of Pentacles and Seven of Pentacles. See, this is the one in the middle. One is, there are two kind of on each side of the Six of Pentacles here. Oh. Five of Swords. Yes, and this is a distortion. You have two distortions here. Five of Swords with the Five of Pentacles like this. This is like, it's almost like your emotional baggage was defeating yourself. You were mentally convincing yourself that you never got anything, or you weren't enough. This is super negative self-talk also. When you think about it, how can you defeat yourself with thoughts, beliefs, and words when it comes to your capacity to receive and to worth something? It is that negative self-thought, and that we just look at it and nothing comes out of it because we're in this negative self-thought. And that's why we need the mastery of our mind in order to elevate our emotions, because this we keep in our pain, in our losses, and we're repeating it to ourselves. Like if an opportunity will come, we will right away start defeating it in our mind, that the people will not hold their end of the bargain, or something will happen, or we don't have what it takes, or whatever. We start undoing it in our mind, so sure of the result. But now it's the time to switch. Switch that. The lesson is learned. You've went all the way you could go carrying that unconscious baggage. Now it's time. The universe is giving you a new way to move in life, to bring your fire in life. And here, things will be on pause until you get that understanding. The sun that he has around his head is the sun that is behind the moon here. So here we have the Hangman again with the Five of Cups. You see, Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups. And the Seven of Swords. This is having, it's either you strategizing or losing your power. And with all of this, it's you losing your power. And so what is that? Show me what the Hangman is trying to make Aquarius understand. Yeah, well, here's your 10 of Wands. They're trying to make you understand to drop that baggage. You are not your baggage. You are a soul in a human experience. You're not your story. You're not your baggage. You are so much more than that. This is just like the recording of your ego, of your experience here. But it is not you. And see here, it is not your only reality, and that's all you can see is your story. The universe wants to give you more. I wouldn't be surprised it would be like an Ace of Cups coming for you. That opening of that self-love, so that, because once you drop all that baggage in your heart that is taking a lot of space in your heart chakra here, once you release it, then you have space to receive divine peace, inspiration, self-love. You'll have the space for it. But in order to create that space, you need to will it. And that's your new will. That's where your new fire has to come and burn. Burn that. Six of Pentacles. Okay. Well, here I have the, I know I have to leave my emotional baggage. You know, this is the Eight of Cups. He knows that what he's been carrying is not fulfilling him. He has to go towards that Ace of Cups. And what, in order to gain this energy, to get to that energy where you're gonna start receiving as much as you give, as much as you invest yourself, and not just giving and receiving nothing, not sacrificing your own path, your own joy, or blooming, you know, enlightenment for the sake of others that don't even recognize it. Do you know what I mean? And with that, I understand I have to leave my old baggage behind, and I am going to align my will and my moves in that direction to go get that Ace of Cups. to go get that, to go leave my old baggage and open up that process. And here I have the Hermit. So that tells me that that process, that energy, you're going to find within. And you're going to find that light within that is going to guide you in that process. That truth is coming from within. And it's kind of gonna be, oh my God, I see now what I have to let go. And page, in order to get that new pentacle. Show me the Princess of Pentacles. Okay, well, here I have the Queen of Swords. And that's what we want. We want all that old baggage to become wisdom. Not to become a heavy baggage, but to become wisdom. Wisdom is light. And it just sharpens our sword. See? And it protects our heart. That's what we want. Because now, see, because you still have this another 5. There's conflict happening. Part of you probably understand it, and other parts of you are like, no, I don't, I don't want to let that go. Who am I if I am not the story of the pains and the heartaches I had to go through? This is what made me now. But you don't have to carry the pain. You can just keep the wisdom of it. Because the pain influences how you see life and what you get out of it. The pain is what is in your water, in your emotion. This is what is our vibration is, because what is in our heart, the vibration, the magnetic field that is emanating from our heart is like 300 times bigger than the one in our head, like positive thinking. This is where our truth is, in our heart. So the vibration you emanate goes with how you feel. If you carry the pain, this is your vibration. And this dictates your reality. So here it's, do I keep the conflict here, where I have a hard time building anything and being in my power? You see these characters, they have like the 5 wands that if they would be in order, if they would be mastered, they would make the pentacle. They would make the fire, the power of man within his world that can manifest within its matrix. But no, it's all over the place because there's nothing aligned, because of inner conflict, of just not being all aligned. And you have to ask yourself, when this energy comes, what do I want to build? What do I want my life to be? 3 of Pentacles. And this is where you want to go. You want to let go of those conflicting energies. It's like when they say life is like a taxi, and you get in and you say, yes, I want to go towards a loving relationship and abundance and feeling well within my skin. And then after the taxi driver says, all right, I'm bringing you there. And then after a couple of streets, you say, oh no, I know it doesn't exist for me, and that's all I get, and I'm wearing this cloak of all my misery on my shoulders. So the taxi says, okay then, and he turns around. And then you say, no, I know that this can happen to me if I vibrate here. And you tell the taxi driver again. And so he's go back and forward. And it's very hard to manifest in that conflicting energies that are not aligned into one purpose. So you have to be careful about that. Once you get that understanding on your unconscious patterns, because this is the opportunity you have in the month of February. The tarot will say the energies you have. You have the opportunity to see an unconscious pattern. For some of you, it's going to be a big unconscious pattern. With this is going to be huge. Others of you, lighter. Could be just like, you know, a mini, just a lighter thing. But it's an opportunity. So to realign yourself. And here I have the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Ace of Swords to master that new understanding that's going to come towards you in the month of February. So, yeah, uncovering a pattern. That's going to be the title of your reading for the month of February. And now for love. I pulled 3 cards for love in the Lenormand. Here I have the Child, number 13. I have the Dog, 18. And I have the Fish. So what does that say? The Child is innocence, it's beginnings. And now we're talking about love, you know. So whether you're in couple or looking for love, being open to be loved, an innocent approach. You are not a child, but it's that openness towards what life has to offer us. Like in the eyes of a child, like in the Six of Cups, when we say soulmates. So that innocent, that beginning of looking at love with that kind of openness of a child. And with here the Dog, which is faithfulness. The Dog is our friend, it's friendship, being faithful, being, you know, in the Dog or the Wolf here. Engaged in our better side, let's say. So innocence, faithfulness, you can trust. It is trust, the Dog also. You can trust. Brings this abundance of the fish. When we have fish in a financial situation, this is going to be money coming in because fishes multiply and it's in the deep waters also. So something that will run profoundly and will be in abundance. And bottom of the deck, I have the 4 clover. So we have that energy of luck. So that means that it is possible. Things are there for you. So I think that for the ones of you that are looking for a relationship, clearing that unconscious pattern will be crucial so that you can come towards love in an innocent manner, a faithful, trustworthy, a trusting energy, and that will bring an abundance in a deep, in the deep waters, a profound, abundant love towards you. And there, what I have, the cross. So the cross can be a cross we can bear, you know, don't bear something too heavy, but it's also faith there. So this, I think, is very positive for you, an opportunity to meet someone or just to rekindle or re-see in a different way the person you're with. Finding that balance of the heart chakra with the innocence, and that seeing how you can trust the person you're with if you are already in a relationship, and therefore being able to connect on a much deeper level and you know, bringing back abundance in that level. So on this, Aquarius, gonna put. That's Mr. Black Buddy. I'm gonna wish you again beautiful birthday. Thank you for the ones of you that gave donations. I do on the new moon and full moon a special ceremony to give you back. For private readings, description is below. I'm going to send you all my love and light, and have a beautiful month of February.